aluminum shit that comes up over the top. The corner
aluminum
broke off.
Shit.
That's not good, dude.
Yeah, that's gonna be expensive.
For what?
And then you know what's gonna happen?
Shit.
What?
All right, so
broke
you
something.
I didn't break it.
He broke it.
No, I broke the fucking screw in the fucking valve.
He broke your
Gasket.
screw valve. Are you recording?
Yeah.
All right.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Well, damn, I got no phone out. He's talking about breaking apps or
All right.
slapping thighs.
Yeah.
So what are we?
Welcome to Show to Nowhere. We got Chuck, John, Mike. What were you saying, Chuck?
So there's 3 exhaust pipes.
Okay.
It's 6-cylinder.
Hey,
Right.
All right.
There's 3 exhaust pipes.
All right.
know.
But then you've got the air comes down like that.
Right.
All right. Well, the far corner, I was like, Mike, I swear to God,
Yep.
there's a bolt in there. There's a bolt hole, and I can see the gasket.
Bolt hole.
But there's nothing going there, and there's
All
no
the way in the
bracket
back.
Right.
all the way up at the cab.
Right.
And I'm like,
Cab.
what the fuck? Well, I'm working. We get it all together, and I'm talking
He wasn't working.
this bullshit.
All right.
All right. So all of a sudden, I go underneath the truck, and now all of a sudden, and this is, 3 weeks later? There's a corner piece. And I look at it, and I look up, and I'm like, fuck. It broke off. I didn't ever take it off. I took it like this and leaned it like this. That's all I did.
Right.
So the corner broke off because it's so fragile. Hell,
Probably already broke. And
I
pulled it apart.
but it never fell
Right.
until like 3 weeks later. It's underneath the truck, and I'm going, oh, and I'm like, do I need to put it back in there and put a bolt in there to hold it so it keeps everything kind of this way, or
but no, he didn't do that.
Yeah.
no? I already
He
had that.
left it all out.
I already had the top shit on. Now it's a bitch to get to that section. And the one that I over torqued and broke
Yeah.
Yeah.
is the one underneath, 3 pipes up at the cab.
So
Yeah,
let me
so
ask you
can't
this:
Drill it out.
What's left?
Thermostat housing that I cracked tonight.
Yeah.
But we need the
So that's-
sticky.
Hey,
Hey,
By the
if
way,
anyone
it's the
listen,
new thermostat housing because he cracked the old one.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I broke the other one. This is now number 2. But
This is number 2 that you bought. Number 3 to the truck that you know of.
yeah,
yeah.
and
The original, it's gone. One more, it's gone. Now
all right,
you're on the 3rd.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
For all of you out there listening, if you ever change a thermostat,
all 7 of you.
All set.
they actually make a sticky gasket. Sons of bitches don't tell you that in advance.
So we're having a problem.
That's why I go to
Well, you put
O'Reilly.
you put the
It moves.
It goes into the housing, right? And so you got to put it on the motor like that. But when you pull your fingers out and push it in, it seems to always drop down. It won't ever
And-
stay.
and then
right?
when
you
You got
crank-
the gasket there, and you got the bolts. You're trying to hold it all. in.
And then when you crank it, it's sticking out a hair.
Yeah, 'cause it's
So
on
you're
the
like, oh, just
side.
a hair more. And then it breaks the
So anyway, we
housing.
look up a video, and this guy's all talking about the
Get the
thing,
sticky.
and he's like, he gets to that point, and we're like,
Oh,
all right,
no,
how's
his-
he gonna do that? And he goes, so you take this gasket here, and you got the sticky
Well,
gasket.
no,
pulled off."
wait.
And Chuck looked at it and went, sticky gasket? What the fuck?
No, at first he's sitting there and the gasket's stuck to it. And the thermostat's in. I was like, how's he doing that? And he goes, well, see, they sell a sticky gasket. You peel this off and you stick it on and it holds everything
It
in place.
holds the,
And I was just like, that's bullshit. Where do you get one of those
Where
at?
do you get one of those?
Well-
and why weren't we sold one of those?
And why?
I'm
It's
gonna-
more. It's got to be more.
Advanced Auto
If
Parts,
it's
which we
sticky,
like
it's got to be
Advanced
more
Auto
money,
Parts,
right?
By the way.
And I would pay the money.
Right.
Why are you selling me the fucking
Yeah, don't sell me the
motherfucker?
$2 shit one. that
$2.
goes sticky.
$2.11.
So what all you have to take off to put this on? Nothing?
Nothing.
You just
well,
it's right there?
No, I had to take the belt
Right.
back off that I put on.
The belt?
Yeah. So
So I won't let anybody know that he's left the camera here. Because he
Just
hasn't
in
even
case.
he hasn't even tested it
I
yet.
might have to drive him back over here for the camera later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I have faith.
Yeah.
I broke valve cover
wait
gasket.
and see.
The valve cover, one of the
Yeah,
bolts is broke.
Let's not put. Did you fix that?
No.
Faith.
Okay, so he broke one bolt.
No, we broke a bolt before and we don't remember where it was.
Oh, okay.
He
So there's
couldn't
another.
find
There's
it.
another bolt
And
somewhere.
there's an extra bolt. So
And I have
we
a-
put it together, back together better than Ford did it.
And I have an extra. And
With
I,
less bars.
hey,
It was more
no.
efficient than Ford.
And
okay?
I have extra. No. I have an extra bracket too.
It
It's
did-
like this
It
big.
didn't need all those bolts and brackets.
No.
No.
No. I mean.
What do you need all
Oh
that
no!
crap?
Oh no! There's a plastic cover too. I don't know where it goes.
And it's not lining up, so why put that bolt in? Because you can't find it.
Well, the one.
Why not? You know,
the
who
one-
cares?
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
Hey,
it probably
I mean,
doesn't hold
the
the
one
engine
brack-
to the serpentine belt and level everything
Hey,
off. And
the
all
one.
that.
The
Yeah.
one bracket.
Wow.
There's 3 bolts up here. There's a bolt here, and then there's a bolt that you can't get to.
You can't.
You have to take the pump, turn it all, and then get stuff in there. I was like, you know what?
can get to it.
You can.
A bitch.
But I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? One bolt, I sat there and shook that. I shook the whole fucking truck. I was like, you know what? Them 5 bolts are holding that fucking bracket on. I'm good.
He didn't put the 6 foot in.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I was
And
like,
it
I
holds
ain't.
another bracket
Oh.
that only has 1 bolt in it that he's like, oh, that looks fine.
No,
So
there's
when the whole thing shakes off and it breaks his, 'cause
There's
it's all part
all
of
these
the,
hoses go to this fucking vacuum system.
Yeah.
And
So if that
To-
thing shatters and breaks off, man, he's fucked.
to get it to go to where it's supposed to line up, it doesn't go. And I'm like, all right, so I flex this
Again,
shit.
he put it back together more efficient than Ford did it.
So I was like,
I only have 1 extra
If-
bolt, motherfucker.
if I hit the lottery, I want to build some fucking go
my
karts.
truck, I had like 4 or 5 bolts.
Correct.
Wow.
I have 1.
I wanted to build some go karts, just some like drifting fun little
Yeah.
carts. You know what I mean?
I've got a go kart we could build.
Yeah. So I was wanting to do something
not
like
kidding.
that, but have like a. There's a one chick I follow, or I don't know who it is, but it's always a chick
You're
on the
following some chick.
yeah,
Isn't
on a-
that-
on a
isn't
golf-
that
go-kart.
Is
considered
that what all guys do?
on a go
Isn't
kart.
that stalking?
But she's got a fucking drift brake.
Just saying.
She's got a drift brake.
Are you
So when
playing with
she's
your cock over
driving,
there?
she
You're-
can fucking she can hit the
grab
brake
my
like
dick.
this while she's driving. You know what I mean?
Oh, she can
Yeah. So
jerk it.
I was like, dude, I'd love to build that, but now I'm worried about bringing him in on it because he's like, yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. I don't want to be doing fucking 30 sliding and all of a sudden fucking something goes past
Whoa,
me.
whoa. Last
What
time.
the fuck?
Hey, last time you were doing 30 and slid sideways, I was the one passing you on a go kart.
Ooh.
Well,
Because I was
On
back
his
there
feet.
holding the throttle. I was standing on the back, and because the throttle cable broke, because we're teenagers, we had no money. So what do? We still want to play. So, hey, Chuck, stand on the back of the go
Right,
kart
of course. Stay on the
and
back
control.
pull the
Well,
throttle.
Right.
he said,
Had to do that too.
and John goes, hammer it. So I hammer it. He slings. I go off.
Go flying.
And he's still going. Well, now it's wide open and there's no brakes.
yeah.
So the only brakes he has is to put his feet down.
Oh.
No,
It
so
was
I'm chasing him around
Hang
the
on, hang on.
fucking block.
So when that day I was trying to clean the bike or the go kart up, you know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
washing it and all that, and it had a disc or a band brake.
Okay,
So it
okay,
just
right. I
had
know what you're
the
talking about,
wheel.
with the
Right, you hit
Yes.
the brake and it just
I remember
squeezes
that.
metal to metal or whatever to
Yes.
try to stop you.
Well, yeah, if it's wet, it just spins.
Right. Well, I was trying to clean it. I was trying to clean it up, not thinking, and I sprayed all that with WD-40 to clean it all up.
Oh.
Yeah. So when he locked it wide open and then went flying off the back, I could hit. I could hit the brake.
No. I know this is priceless. I rolled. It was John Wick. I stood up and went, fuck, and started running. And obviously I can't catch him.
Super Chuck.
Dude, it was wide open, and I have my foot like pressed as hard as I can to the floor, trying to get this bitch to slow down, and it's just fucking like nothing, man. Yeah, it was fucking funny as shit for
Do
a
you
second.
remember my parent? Hey, you remember the Hey, Mike, remember the parents?
What'd you end up doing?
No. Listen, you remember the porch on the front? It used to be here, and the driveway was here, and there was gravel in between them.
Yeah. Huh?
That's how he stopped. He dug a trench in the
come-
gravel.
Really?
I came flying down the street, wide ass
He
open,
didn't know where else to go but home.
hit the curb, and fucking jumped. And I was hoping, because a lot of times when you would jump that go kart,
It would
the chain would come off.
Oh, okay, right.
And okay,
You know what I mean?
now wait.
Yeah.
Wait. The throttle control. How I controlled it. I stuck a stick.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if you could bounce the stick out, the gas would stop too.
But when I hit the curb, it's like everything held together and just fucking. And I was like, motherfucker.
Headed straight towards
So
the house.
yeah, right to the front door. So I put my feet off on each side of the go kart,
And I'm still chasing him.
and I got my feet digging into the fucking turf, and I'm picking up on the front end of the fucking go kart with the steering wheel, and the back wheels are just fucking spinning.
God, dude.
No. We cleaned it all up too.
I got across the.
I
I
bet
came.
you did.
Came across the driveway, hit the gravel, and when I hit the gravel, it sunk all the way down because it was so thick.
Yeah, dude.
And I
it
was
like
able-
It was like this.
I was able to fucking stop the cart with my feet digging in, and it dug in, but I was like, "Holy shit!" I
And
was
then
so
I finally
sore.
caught up and pulled it.
Yeah.
Did you?
I was
Oh
so
my
sore
God,
from fucking holding it,
dude.
trying not to run into
And
the
that
house.
motherfucker.
Oh my God.
That motherfucker
Yeah.
ran what
Yeah.
40 miles an hour.
Was
Yeah.
your mom home?
Yeah.
No one knew. We hey. One thing
Dude, you know
everyone
what
says
shit I
brothers
did?
fight and all
Yeah.
this shit. We had each other's back, dude.
Yeah.
Right,
Dude, that motherfucker slung me off a go-kart at 40 miles an hour, rolled, and I got on my feet chasing because I was like, he's fucked.
He's fine.
Dude, I fired it up. My dad was out there, and he was like, "All right, let me see it," And I had it on the side of the house,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to start it. Well, you had to have one person in it and one person out of it, but I forget who was there with me, and I'm over there trying to fucking start it, and no one was in it.
Okay, right.
So when I fucking hit,
you
it hit a.
Oh, I get it.
Because it takes off.
It hit a lick and fucking just launched. And I went, fuck. My dad is sitting there, and I know going through my dad's head is like, this fucking waterhead piece of shit.
My dad, our
It
dad
took
had
off.
many of those moments.
It took
with me
off,
John.
and it was cutting donuts on my parents' side yard. I'm trying to run after it. I think it might have been Sean Addy or somebody that was there with me.
It was Sean Addy.
We're both trying to chase the fucking cart down.
Oh my God.
And my dad, he never ran after it, never lifted a finger. I think he literally sat there and went, we're just going to see how this thing plays out.
So
See what happens.
I was.
He just sat
Hey.
there watching.
So
These little dumbasses.
We're just going to
They're
let
gonna
this
get
happen.
hurt. This is gonna be great.
Hey,
We're just going to let this happen.
so I'm 6th grade, right? I get a. What was that? RM?
Yeah,
What?
RM
50?
You're 6th grade.
Yeah, and I get this RM 50. This fucker
Yeah.
was badass. It'd do 50 miles an hour. And I was like, all right. And I'm raising hell on it. And John's like, I want to learn to drive it. I said, it's stick. It's not automatic. So my dad goes, the whole time he goes, don't you ever hit my fence. Don't you hit any of my stuff or you're in trouble. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to hit your stuff. I know how to ride it. And I'm raising hell everywhere. John's like, I want to learn to drive it. So you're what, 3rd grade?
Yeah.
4th grade?
Yeah.
Something like that. So my dad's on
Was
the
it like a 4-wheeler?
no dirt bike.
Okay.
It was a little 50.
Suzuki
Oh,
RM50.
I know what you're talking about.
It was a
now.
racing one.
I know exactly.
Two-stroke,
what you're talking about.
badass.
That yellow one,
Yeah.
yeah.
You pop the clutch, you're riding a wheelie, dude.
It was badass, but those were pieces of shit. So
But
it takes
no.
1,000 years of starting.
Hey.
later on.
It took a lot to start kick it.
You gotta use
but
them on
my-
a regular basis. Other
Yeah,
words,
Yeah.
If it
So-
fits, you're fucked.
yeah.
My dad's on the back of it, and my brother, he's trying to teach my brother how to ride it. Well, we had a garage in the backyard. So you passed the house. It was all concrete. But the concrete was a drop-off. Like, what, 3-4 foot?
Yeah.
And then a fence.
Okay.
So I come home, and there's a fucking huge... The fence is just fucked. And I'm looking at it going, what the fuck happened? My dad wrote my ass. You hit my fence, your ass is mine. All this shit. So he's on the back of the bike with John. John pops the clutch, fucking slams into the fucking fence, fucks it all up.
Wait, you with your dad?
Yeah.
I was learning how to drive.
My dad's teaching him how to drive a stick.
Yeah.
And John takes it right into the fence
I
with both of them.
Jumped it right off the driveway, just right into the
And
fence.
it literally, it was a drop-off like this.
It was a big
Dude,
drop-off.
so not only was...
It was my
There's
first,
no controlling it.
my first air.
So, but you know what? Not a word. Hey, not a word was said. And I'm like, so what happened to the fence? And my dad's like, nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my bike, and the fucking
Nothing.
shit's fucked
Yeah,
up
like
on the front.
handlebars like this, the wheels like that.
And I'm like,
What the
and John's like, I hit the fence. Dad was on the back of the bike. I was like,
Dad was on the back.
oh. But when I looked at Dad, nothing fucking happened. What the fuck?
That's exactly it, man.
Hell.
Well, I mean,
hey,
if
the
I
best-
get out of it, I get out of it.
Hey,
you
the
know
best
what I mean?
story about the best I got for Dad, I'm sitting there, right? Okay, he said, when you turn 16, I'll buy you a piece of crap car. Basically. I'm going to buy you just a car. You're a teenager, you're supposed to have to work on it.
Yep.
Earn your money, fix it,
Yep.
do all this. I'm not buying you nothing nice. So, 16, my dad's like, we just moved down here. I ain't got the money.
Okay.
I'm like, all right. So 17, he goes, I think I was almost 17. He buys me a car, and he walks in the door and goes, yeah, we bought you a car. Sorry. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
What does
So I
that
walk
mean?
out, and it's a Pinto.
Peach.
A peach Pinto.
Peach Pinto.
And I look at it, and
Well, why'd you buy it?
no,
then?
Hang on,
listen.
hang
on.
I'm a kid. So I'm like, it's a car. It's freedom.
How old were you?
16.
Okay.
And I'm like, almost 17. And I'm like, gone, motherfuckers. I'm like, I got my own car now. Hell yeah. This is awesome. Years later, my dad finally tells me the story why he said sorry. He went into a parking lot to a dealership. There's a 78, whatever, 79 Camaro,
Okay.
right? Leaks oil. My mom's like, it leaks oil. Boys' cars are supposed to leak oil. They have to learn to work on them. My mom's like, well, this. He's a boy. He's supposed to learn how to work on a car. Let me test drive it. So my dad gets in the fucking driver's seat. The worst fucking dad ever to get in the driver's seat. Goes out onto 41 to turn left. Took the motherfucker sideways, smoking the fucking tires, and took off down the street. And when he came back, my mom said, nope, that's what we're getting him. And when he walked in that door and said, we got you a car, sorry, that was his apology for the fucking whole thing. He did not tell me for, I think it was 10 years or so, the story behind, because I was like,
could have had a Camaro.
but my dad smoked the fucking tires and took it sideways out of the fucking dealership in front of my mom. Mom's like, nope,
Nope. They ain't getting that.
he's getting that.
Damn.
So when he walked in, he was like, we got you a car, sorry.
Damn.
And I was like, why did he say
That
sorry?
car was great. When he'd make a left turn,
Yeah.
the radio station would turn.
I love it.
When he turned
I
the other
remember
way,
Cars like that, dude.
he'd turn the other way and it turned back.
Hey, everyone's like, dude, turn on this. Hey. The car chooses what we listen
Dude, it
to.
was-
Exactly, dude.
I mean, Pintos are just funny.
They are funny.
Just a stock one, you know what I mean?
They are funny.
You know the car museum in Cartersville that they just opened?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Salon or whatever, I don't know.
Oh no, you want to go up there, dude.
They got
They got a van.
They got a
or
van.
RV
That's good.
van.
Yeah.
No, an RV van.
Yeah.
That thing's badass.
Oh, it's got like the passenger seat in the front's on a swivel chair.
yeah, it's like from
So
the
you can swivel around. It was from
what's
like the 40s,
40s.
40s,
It's
and
like
50s.
pimp.
It's like
One of those old ones.
Volkswagen
Yeah.
inspired. It's like a
Oh,
giant
dude.
teardrop.
The door,
Yeah,
the
it's
door to
fucking cool.
get into it. You don't open it and get in the driver's seat. You gotta open it and walk around.
Oh yeah.
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 But they
Oh.
had a car up there. Well, they had the Pacer,
Yeah.
and it's in there mint
Oh, yeah.
condition.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Mint condition.
all
Pacer.
you think of is the
You remember
fucking
the Hugos.
Yeah.
no, you go.
You go.
Hugo. We
Yeah.
go nowhere.
That's
You
what.
go. The car does it.
What's his name? Brian File.
Brian File had one.
We left
3
here.
cylinders.
Yeah, we left here and went down to Jacksonville
Okay.
to where he grew up or whatever
Uh-huh.
because we couldn't find any weed. Now it's like a fucking it's like a Tuesday. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like it's a Tuesday, dude.
Brian was crazy. Like
Yeah,
that.
it was either Sunday or maybe no wait, hang on. Yeah, it was Saturday that we left and went down there.
Okay.
We got down there and we're in his Yugo. We get I don't know what his buddy was. I don't know what he had, but I was laid out. Yeah, laid out. So then we woke up and started heading back. You know, because we stayed and got real fucked up. Blew the motor up.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Blew the motor up. Had to pull over. Truckers were giving us oil. And you would pour it in. And as he's pouring it in, I would look underneath the car. And I could see it coming right back out of the car. And I was like,
Oh my God.
dude, I don't think it's working.
I don't think this is gonna work.
I don't think the oil's going to... I don't think what you're doing is working. So we had to call. He called his mom. His mom drove all the way down there and picked us up. Because we were not quite to Georgia.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And the car just went boom.
Hey, has everyone heard from him?
Who, Brian File?
Yeah.
Carnstead talked to him every once in a while, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
You know
He
that
was,
I
he
got
was
stung
working.
on the back by wasps like multiple times, and my breathing was going bad. And I offered Carnstead $20 to go get me Benadryl. You can keep the change, which is what 99 cents back then,
Yeah.
right? I said, just get me liquid. Oh, I don't have the gas. It's $20. Only thing I had was my motorcycle. He couldn't drive it. No one could drive it. And I was like, Brian File drove from Holly Springs all the way down there, brought me liquid Benadryl,
Then.
and I tried to give him money. He would not accept it.
Then.
And my breathing was,
He's the one that got hit with the baseball bat at that.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
Yeah.
by Eilers, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Not
who-
not
I
Eilers,
don't remember
John
who-
Eilers.
I don't remember who grabbed the bat.
I don't
Jason
know.
Elders.
He didn't grab the bat, did he? I don't remember.
I think it was Jason Elders.
I don't know.
Oh, John
No,
Eilers
but-
hit me
I
up
don't
the other
think-
night.
I don't think he grabbed the bat. He was there. He was doing it.
I've seen Jason a time or two, and I make eye contact. He looks at me. I look away, and he looks away, and we go our own ways.
Really? You've seen him a few times though?
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's got tattoos everywhere. Every now and again, if you're at Taco Mac at the right time,
Oh,
the one
still
right here on
doing that?
92.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him there in a while because I don't go there
sure.
nearly as much as we
Sure.
used to. So it's like,
Yeah.
The one on 92.
hmm
Yeah.
I don't know where he's at
I've
now.
run into
He's
him a
he,
few places.
yeah, he's might have moved. Hell, I don't know, but
Yeah, he was living somewhere right by there.
yeah,
He bought a house somewhere around there, is what he told me.
Yeah.
you never know.
He was doing cabinets.
Exactly.
You never
Cabinets.
know with
You
him.
never know.
He was
When-
doing cabinets. Or
when
something
we
last
went
time I
to
talked
the-
to him.
Yeah, I don't know what he told me. I can't remember what he told me he was doing.
When we went to the Marlboro Hot Laps, me and him, because he had won tickets,
Oh, that's right.
and the
yeah.
whole time he was like, "Do you want to go?" And I was
I
like,
remember y'all
"Yeah,
doing
I'll go."
that. Yeah.
You know, and he's like, "Okay," and I was like thinking to myself, "It's not gonna happen. He ain't got tickets to that shit." You know what I mean? And then day comes and he shows up at the house. He's like, "You ready to go?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Wow," thinking to myself, "We're gonna play this one through, are we?"
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I don't think because I still don't think he's got tickets. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we get all the way down there and we're waiting in line and shit, trying to get into the race. And I'm like, "This motherfucker's got paperwork and stuff." So shit, all right. He took so many pictures. He goes, "Yep, I got to prove to the guys I work with that I'm actually going." Yeah, I was like, "Dude, that's sad. You got to quit lying, man. Now you got to have proof, you know? Oh, I'm taking a day off from work or whatever." And they're like, "Yeah, right." Because you lie
You
so
remember
much.
the day that the Edmonds tried to, we'll say, steal some butane from 7-Eleven?
Circle K.
Circle K, yeah.
You said
And
so.
it was the three of us, right?
Yeah, I was.
And then Edmonds.
Was it okay? It was the three of us.
And
I
he
couldn't remember.
and it
all that.
mysteriously disappeared.
I think it was the Bronco too.
Yes, it was. And
It was the Broncos.
how did he get charged with no
I
evidence?
still don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because
His
we
lawyer had me sign something that says I didn't see him do anything.
we buried it. We buried it the next day up on that mountain.
I
Up
don't
on the
even
hill.
know if
It
we
was
found
later
it
that
again.
day, wasn't it? We hiked
That
up
night,
there
that night,
and
we
buried
didn't
it.
drive.
Found
We
it,
walked up.
Found it,
Yeah.
and buried it. Well, now they dug that whole hill out.
Yeah,
So
they
it's
probably
like-
found it.
Oh,
found
that thing blew up a long time ago.
It did. Totally.
But how did
It
he get
rusted,
charged? Because he got charged with that,
I know.
Yeah, I don't know how they
with
did
no
that.
evidence. How? Even though we know he did it,
I don't
but
know.
Yeah, we watched them do it.
I mean,
Yeah,
he did
I just
it,
don't
but
know some of the
I have
stuff.
never seen someone that slick. There was a noise,
Dude, I couldn't.
and all the
believe that.
cops turned, and he
No,
went.
cops weren't there yet.
No,
They were
it was
waiting on
just
the
the
lady,
lady.
and the
Oh,
store
it was
clerk.
yeah,
Two
but there
guys.
was a
But they were
noise.
staring us down.
But there was a noise,
And they
and
wouldn't let us leave.
everyone turned, and
Yeah.
right when he did, he went. And
he was standing there behind the door, the passenger door, and he had it in his hand. He looks at me, and I'm like, "Oh my god, like what are you doing?" You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a noise, and I saw them two look that way,
and he
just
fucking.
went, woo, and threw it the opposite way. Then it made a sound, and they both looked back that
Yep,
way.
and
I
we're
was
all
like,
just sitting there like, what the
"Holy
fuck?
shit, you lucky motherfucker! I
Yeah.
can't believe you just did that."
But I still don't.
Yeah.
I know he got
Son
charged
of
for
a
it.
bitch.
I know.
man.
I remember he got charged for it. And I'm
He
like,
did. He went to
Yeah.
jail. They had
Yeah.
his ass.
no, but I understand that. But the charges didn't
Why do you
get dropped.
understand that? They never found any evidence.
Yeah. There's
it's just
nothing.
that lady saying, "I know I stocked it."
I stocked 5 of them. Now there's 4.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, someone else took it. You fucking cunt. But obviously he did. But
Paul, he made me
did,
feel
dude.
so uncomfortable half the time. Anytime you went with him, anywhere, in any store, in anything, he was constantly stealing shit.
Yes.
And it's like,
Yes, he was.
dude, you're making me feel uncomfortable because I
Yes.
just come in here to get one thing. I'm not stealing shit.
Right. I don't want to go to jail for your dumbass.
Right, because you're stealing shit. Dude, fucking
Exactly.
get a job. You know what I
told
mean?
him, I said, "Dude, you gotta quit fucking stealing shit around me. I
Yeah.
don't like it."
Paul,
Because he did that butane thing right in front of me.
Yeah. And it's like, dude,
hey.
I
I
was
don't
all
know.
of a sudden the key witness, and I'm like, "This is bullshit, Paul. I don't want to fucking do any of this."
hey,
Yeah.
when that
You dragged me into this. Your
You remember
rabbit
when
hole, and I'm
the-
happy about it.
you remember
No.
when the
I don't think I talked to him much after that.
you remember when the perfume factory blew up?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought it
That
was
was
one of
scary
our
as
friends
shit.
huffing fucking the
Butane.
not butane, the Freon,
Freon.
Oh,
and it blew up. And I was like,
yeah. But
One of
that-
our
that
friends are
blow
gonna-
up, man. Fucking my house shook.
Dude, I
Dude,
slept through it.
he slept
I
through
know.
it. That
I remember
motherfucker
that.
slept. Dude,
I remember that. You were like,
My-
"What happened?"
my
could've
dad comes
felt
around
that.
the corner, said his other side of the house on, and I'm
I-
like, yeah. I thought your side blew off, and I went, dude.
Yeah.
I was standing next to the building that was on the fucking camera on the news with the wrinkles. I was standing there.
Yeah, it shook my whole
And-
house. And I remember
Yeah.
my dad. It woke me up. I remember it woke my dad up, and he, "Holy shit! What the fuck was that?" And I just hear him yelling that. I was like, "I don't know."
It felt like a bomb went
It
off.
felt like
Yeah.
my house did this.
Yeah. They said they saw it for
Maybe it
500
did.
miles.
Really?
The ball of flame. Well, I was standing there. It was
Oh.
still boom, boom, going like that. And fire department coming, police. I was there before the police, everything. I was leaning against the building. If you remember the news, they said, look what it did to the doors across from it, where they were wrinkled like that. I was standing next to that building watching it go boom, boom, like 4th of July. It looked like a plane landed in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And they had it all coned off, roped off. I'm still standing there. News crews are all there.
Chuck's
And I'm standing there watching the
Right in the
firefighters
middle
fight
of
it.
everything, just
And then someone came up to me and said, sir, you can't be here. I was like,
Dumbass.
I've been here the whole fucking time. And they're like, sir, how'd you get past the tape? I said, I was here before you motherfuckers. And they're like, sir, you gotta leave. And I was like, how far do I gotta leave? Past the tape. I was like, well, I can't see shit back there. I was watching it still explode.
What's wrong with this guy?
I don't know. There's a lot of things. There's a lot
That's
of things.
that's why people don't believe my stories, because I'm a dumbass.
Well,
Hey,
there
I-
it is.
If
I
you're
do
not,
the
if
shit
you're not gonna
you
be
do.
smart, you better be strong.
Be a Chuck. Oh, all right. Well, I think it's time for the booty hour.
The booty hour.
Do not look at me ever again and say that.
Well, why don't
You
we
fucking ass.
put a stop to this one?
Well, let's put a stop to that whole conversation with
Hang
him.
on. Let's
No.
We'll talk.
Booty hour.
No.
We'll talk
No.
off air about what's gonna happen to Chucky's booty, and then we'll get back
Not
with
really
everybody.
what I meant by any of that, but okay.
I'm telling your wife.
And then we'll get
Let's
back with you.
go.
And yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back.
So
later.
like and subscribe and
Like and subscribe. If you like
if-
us, go smoke one.
Yeah.
if
not,
if not, go walk your mic.
go walk,
walk
your
your-
fucking dick dog.
dude, damn.